learning how to weld day.
How's it going? You having fun?
It's a little nerve-wracking.
A nice bead there?
No.
No? Is it pretty ugly?
It's real ugly. All right, you want to try the other side?
I sure do. We've had a rough couple months where everything just seemed to be going wrong, health-wise.
I don't think I had pain that bad before.
With the bus. Just not being able to move the bus.
Can't believe we're building a tiny home and our bus won't even start.
I'll be able to park on our new pad. This is so not how we wanted today to go. Today feels like things finally turned around. I told you September was gonna be a good month.
Let's hope this is going to start. Nope. It helps if you turn the batteries on. Boy, I just had a panic attack there. Let's try it now.
Hey!
Well, we moved the bus 12 inches today. Success. Wow.
Problem.
That was pretty simple.
Yeah, user error. Are you happy the bus is starting?
I told you September was gonna be a good month.
Oh, after the last month, this is a very big relief. And it was all user error. I keep thinking if I just would have filmed everything we were doing, I could have seen it happen in the footage when we were editing videos. So we don't just make the videos for you guys. We do it so we can find out what the hell we did wrong sometimes. So you might remember that my dad and I spent some time pulling all the wires that we didn't need or that we thought we didn't need, and we were worried that maybe something we had done had caused a problem with the parking brake. Because when you try to put the park brake down and put the bus in gear, nothing happens. We did some searching online, a lot of research, came out and looked in the bus and found there was a big area where air was just pouring out of, and realized that we probably pulled those air lines out when we were removing the luggage bay door locks. So my dad had a little gauge for air pressure, and we hooked it up to some of the air tubing that we had, basically using it as a cap so that when the park brake would disengage, all that air pressure would just stop, and it would show us how much air pressure was in there, which was exactly 85 pounds per square inch, which is what the relay is supposed to actually send to the park brake. We should be able to get a little brass cap fitting there, so let's give that a try. So now we just got to get the air pressure up. So we went out to the bus, got it full of air. We were able to move the bus onto our beautiful pad.
What an exciting day, and Don did an excellent job of backing the bus up.
That's it.
Yeah, good job.
Get those wheels on that back where we've got all that. We put some little extra riprap back there. You know,
Yeah. Finally, the bus moves. It's on its parking pad. Things are looking up in the world.
It feels so good to have it on the parking pad, like it has a home.
Don's dad has been awesome at prepping this area too. There were about 3 to 5 dead trees right near the bus where we weren't going to park it. So he chopped down those trees for us, so there is no chance of any trees falling down in the next storm we have. So the area is safe for our bus. So now that we moved the bus, we had so many issues on the passenger side here with leaks, and we think we finally found all the spots that we were getting leaks in and sealed it up. Let it dry for 9 days.
So now we're gonna test out, see if we got any leaks. Let's do it. Everything's so shiny because the silicone. And then you hear the water and your brain tricks you. I think we're good. No. I think we're good. I don't see anything.
I don't see anything. All good. 6 are good. 1 to go.
On this side.
On the side, but this was the problem side. I have a feeling that side's not gonna be a problem. Yay! The passenger side had no leaks.
All right, you wanna try the other side?
I sure do.
All right, we're ready for you.
Let me give it the old category 3 here.
Our revised method on the driver's side had worked well, and we were so happy to be leak-free.
So the only other thing we want to figure out is we got some levels, and now that the bus is parked on a level surface, when we set it on the floor or on the beams, it's not quite level.
It's not very much, right? Like that is level. Well, what do you do about that?
So I think what we need to do is find out if this bus is specifically designed so that the frame of the floor on the inside does slope down slightly, or if we have another issue, which is there's a kneeling feature that brings the area you enter the bus down a little further. Ever since we've had the bus, our kneeling feature doesn't work. So it feels like the front of the bus is pretty low. I've hit some potholes and really smacked the bottom of it when we were driving across the country. So I'm wondering if maybe that kneeling feature is just stuck on the down position. And if that's the case, how would we fix it? All more things to try to learn about our wonderful bus.
Learning never ends.
Solving our bus problems really lifted our spirits. Now I just needed to see if I'd solved my health problems. Little kidney stone update. Just went to the, got an ultrasound, which I didn't even know men could get ultrasounds. So they were checking to see how my kidneys looked, and they're sending it off. So in the next few days here, I should have some info on if I've recovered, if I've grown more stones, or what's going on with my kidney stone factories down there.
Having bought our RV windows from a salvage yard, they were pretty dirty and were going to need a thorough cleaning.
Is it hard to get it clean?
Just some of the tight spaces are hard. But no, it's not hot. The dirt comes out, but the tough part is there's so many little grooves and cracks that have dirt inside of them. That's what's hard. But I got lots of little tools to help me.
This is one of my least favorite jobs. I'm not a big fan of cleaning sand out of grooves.
No. Yeah.
I windows did start looking much better though, and we easily removed the old stickers with mineral spirits. Went ahead and picked up metal tubing that we're going to build out frames now, or attempt to. The framing will go in the inside of the frames we already have in here, so that our windows will have exact sized frames to support them. We're gonna do that hopefully in the next couple days. I'm gonna go up and get a welder from my cousin Corey. Thanks, Corey. Gonna learn how to weld because it's gonna be the fastest, easiest way to put these frames together. Okay, we usually don't break our timeline, but I just had to stop here for anybody playing bus build along at home. We'll share all the experiences we've had, but speaking to myself, because our videos are about 5 to 6 weeks behind, building my own frames when I didn't know how to weld was not the fastest, easiest way to do this. We'll share everything we learned in the next couple weeks in our videos, but I just wanted to make sure and let you know that. Let's jump back to me when I was optimistic and doe-eyed. So today's plan is learn how to weld and start welding metal frames for our bus windows to go in. I have no welding experience, except for when I picked up this welder from Corey yesterday. He was kind enough to give me a 3-minute welding lesson. Oh, that's nice. So until you push that button, it doesn't do
Yeah, it doesn't do anything until you're pushing the button. Voltage, so the higher the voltage, the hotter it's going to burn.
Okay. Does it say what kind of...
Should be the 35 for what you're doing and how thick the metal is.
It's starting to really feel like fall. The leaves are coming down and the weather is nice and cool. I am gonna clean up the inside frames of our windows today. There are a few scuff marks, so I'm gonna sand down the inside of the frame, clean it up, spray paint it black again. Also, all the emergency handles that are red we're not a fan of, so I'm just gonna spray paint them black too.
Learning how to weld day. All right, I'm gonna start welding. I welded 2 pieces of metal together.
Did you really?
Yep.
Already?
Yep. Just testing it, trying to get a feel for the speed and how much you move.
A nice bead there?
No.
No? Is it pretty ugly?
It's real ugly. So my first weld, not that pretty. My second weld, still not that pretty. One of the tricks to getting good welds is you're supposed to have nice clean metal. I know, this metal's dirty, it's old, but thanks to Corey, it was extra. He said I could practice with it. The real trick is gonna see if it holds up to a stress test after it cools down. See if the welds are actually holding there, or if I'm just making more steel lumps on top of other steel. Might not be a pretty weld, but that one held up. Weld number 3, looking uglier, but stronger. Let's see, let it cool down, see how it holds.
How's it going? You having fun?
It's a little nerve-wracking. How about you?
I'm just trying to figure out how to take this down. So I'm cleaning up the inside frame a little bit of these windows. Like this one's really scuffed up, so I'm just going to spray paint the whole frame here, especially this part, which we'll be seeing. We may put some framing around the inside to kind of make them look like windows from my house. But this one, the frame is not so bad, so I'm not going to bother about the frame, but I do want to get rid of those red emergency exit handles. Red is not in our color scheme.
this welding job.
Excellent.
Let's test it. Well, I can't bust it open with my bare hands. It's probably a good sign. It's not a nice solid bead like I've seen when other people weld. I wonder if I should just sand it down and take a look at it. Let's call an expert. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, Don. How are you?
Good. Just was thinking about you because I just did my first welding job right here.
Okay, yes, you're doing.
Got my first joint together, had a nice L, celebration time, ready to move on to the letter F. First few welds were really spotty and trying to play with speed of the wire that comes out and how long you hold it to get the metal hot. Eventually started to feel like I got it, and I didn't. Welded up that next brace on the F and it didn't hold. Maybe I'm gonna need more practice. So I had to clean it, grind it, sand it, get the metal as clean as possible. Got it really nice and clean, and then redo it again.
It's like a brand new window now.
Yeah, nice and shiny and clean. Speed looks a lot better, so maybe I'm improving. Also went in with the angle grinder and cut into the top pieces of metal for those frames, because those we're going to be able to rivet into the existing frames of the bus, have them secured that way. If you're asking why aren't we just going to weld the frame into the bus, well, there's a couple things on the bus that might explode, blow up, or otherwise die. I looked into it a little bit, and even if I disconnect the batteries, there's still the engine computer that might fry. I don't know how to disconnect it. That's another job that I'm not ready to do right now. We're just going to move forward with using adhesive, transportation adhesive, that Sikaflex 525, and rivets to secure the frames in once we get them finished. The plan is to build window frames that we can just put right into the existing frames of the bus. There's 4 windows that are the same size, so I'm prototyping the first frame. Got my middle brace. I'm pretty happy about it. I got my outer brace. Window itself frames in here nicely. I do want to take some little L brackets that I cut out and maybe put them up in these corners here and down here. Give us a place to fasten this metal in with rivets. The end of the day was really about putting feet and angles on. I tried to avoid welding just because I was scared. And the more I looked into it, the more I realized I just had to figure out, 1, how to get a welder, 2, how to learn to weld. Big thanks to Corey. Let me borrow his Lincoln Electric Weld Pack 100. Not sponsored by Lincoln Electric. So now that I got that first window frame prototype welded, it's cooled off. It's time for the moment of truth. I'm not taking the bus, see if it fits. But the good thing is, if it fits, then that means all we gotta do is do this 3 more times exactly the same way. And I am sure, I'm confident that my welding skills will get better. All right, looking at it here, it's not exact. And I know that's something I've been obsessed about since we started working on the bus, is making things exact. but I'm pretty proud of myself for learning how to weld today and getting this set up almost perfect. There's a couple things I'm going to need to change in the next 3 versions we do, but this gives me an idea of exactly what we need to do to build those first 4 windows. Big windows up in the front of the bus. You know how I said moment of truth? Let's see if it fits. Well, the frame fits inside the other frame, but what I really need to do is pick up the window, slowly push it into place, see if it fits. Welding day 2. My dad had a great idea to use these 90-degree brackets to hold these metal pieces together. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Guess I was too busy learning how to weld. Using the new technique my cousin showed me the other day, keeping about a 1/2 inch of the coil sticking out so you're never pushing the gun up against the metal. And it looks better already. I think it's going to go a lot better than last time. Well, my welds are still pretty ugly looking. I guess as long as I'm actually getting the seam covering the whole joining area, it's okay. I'm going to sand them down real good and we'll have a look. Number 2 frame fits. All we gotta do is give it some legs and then doing some cutting and grinding.
We've got so much going on right now. We're trying to get a huge amount of work done before winter comes because we know there's a lot of jobs we won't be able to do in winters.
But today the weather's changed drastically. It's the first day of frost. Early frost came out of nowhere.
Downside of doing a conversion with no experience is that you're bound to make mistakes, and it's probably going to cost you time or money. Most things are fixable, some things aren't.
You can probably pull it really.
Realized that we probably pulled those air lines out when we were removing the luggage bay doors.
You didn't remove the luggage bay doors.
The luggage bay door locks. Weld number 4 looks so much better, I think. I turned up the arc button from C to D. That seems to melt the melty stick a little bit better.